morning, good afternoon, Mary Craft. Okay.
How you doing, Mary?
I'm fine, thank you.
This is Michael Salty, and I'm calling about some books.
Alrighty, I can help you.
Awesome. I'm looking for some do-it-yourself books. I don't know, I've never been inside your library, but I need some kind of books, do-it-yourself books. You guys have those kind of books?
Yes, what kind of do-it-yourself do you want to do?
Well, basically, I'm trying to booby trap my yard safely so that I don't lose a hand doing it. Everybody says, oh, you better read up on that. You better get on the internet there. But I don't have a computer, so that's not going to work.
So you're saying you want to put traps, let's call it.
Yes.
In your yard.
Put some booby traps in the yard. Yes, ma'am.
What are you catching?
My no-good, dirty, thieving neighbor.
Oh.
And or his dog. One of the two. The dog comes over, chases the cats. The neighbor's always over here trying to throw crap at my windows. And he's not a very pleasant guy. He puts his trash in my trash cans. He comes over here, he steals my newspaper. He's all the time hooting and hollering, saying, I'm going to come over there, and I'm going to set it up, so I'm going to say, you go ahead and come over here. And he falls down in a hole or something. Ends up putting like a moat.
Yeah. I would think the first thing you'd want to check was an attorney.
Well, that's the thing. This guy is pretty rich. He could probably outbeat me in a court match.
Right.
And he's a little bigger than me, and he'd probably beat me in a fair fight. So, you know what they say, if you can't fight fair, put some booby traps down.
I'm just thinking about things like having attractive nuisance, or, you could get into very unpleasant situations, even though you feel like you're in the right, even though you feel like, well, he shouldn't have been there. You maybe should talk to a lawyer.
Sometimes he's like, hey, you get back in your house, I'm going to put this dog out, and then he lets his dog chase me in the house. I got to get something I got to figure out a way to trap that dog, too. Trap them both.
Oh, honestly, I think you want to go to an attorney or the police before you do this.
Well, I was thinking, I don't mean like a trap that's going to kill him. I just want to make him think twice about, random raving and throwing things in my windows, stealing my newspaper, and letting his dog chase me all over the place, chase the cat.
Yeah, I can understand you want to do that. We do have books. I don't think they're intended for the human, really. For instance, like there's one called Camp Life in the Woods and the Tricks of Trapping and Trap Making. Ooh. Or I've got one called Into the Primitive Advanced Trapping Techniques. But you're talking really about not trapping that way. You're talking about like something that would explode dying on a person.
I like the way you think. That's excellent. That's an excellent idea. Like ink. Spray him with ink somehow when he crosses over the fence. You got anything maybe like how to electrify a chain link fence? Maybe I just run a couple volts through that, and when he touches the fence, make him think twice about doing it again,
Probably the simplest way to do that would be just to go down to some farm store like Southern States and you just run a wire inside the fence and put a charger to it.
Nice. I could do that.
You wouldn't necessarily notice that, but I still think you ought to get some legal advice on this.
You ever have any problems with your neighbors letting the dogs chase you around the house?
No. I don't have any problems like what you're describing.
See, neighbors, every other house I've ever lived in, all the neighbors have been good. They bring you cookies, you bring them cookies. Everybody's nice, you do the barbecue thing. This guy, though, I tell you what, I saw him chase this 10-year-old kid across the street with a stick. I swear to God, I thought he was going to kill him. He's just a nasty, nasty man. So, nobody in the neighborhood likes him.
Well, I'm just thinking that's kind of like more of a police issue then.
No, people have done stuff. Nobody comes and he's always out there with his cane and his dog. He's like, I'll get you. Chases all the kids. Sometimes kids will hit their ball in his yard and he comes out there and shoots it. Shoots at it. Bang, bang, bang. The kids run off scared. Now the ball's popped.
I'm looking in booby traps through Wikipedia right now, and they're talking about things like landmines, and you don't want to
Whoa,
do that.
no, yeah, that's jail time if he steps on. Maybe not for his dog, but if he steps on one, I'm gonna have a hard time explaining how that got there. You know what I mean?
Let's say there's one called the main article is called "The Practical Jokes Device: A Manufactured Prop or Toy Intended to Confuse, Frighten, or Amuse Individuals as a Prank." Often these objects are harmless. Facsimiles are disgusting or terrifying objects such as vomit or spilled nail polish. In other instances, they're created as seemingly harmless items designed to humorously malfunction in such a way as to confuse or harm the target of a prank. Something like a whoopee cushion. Let's say.
Basically, I don't want to get in a fight with him. But at the same time, like everybody in this neighborhood, we all hate this guy. He's ruining everybody's lives, taking the property levels down. He drives his car. One last lady tried to do something legally about this. You know what he did? He got in his car and drove around in her front yard, ripped up all the grass.
You really need the police for something like that.
After that, nobody called the police after that one. We were like, oh boy, look at that yard. That's all messed up.
They have, for instance, frightening masks to scare people when they are suddenly there, or they have stink bombs.
Stink bombs would be pretty funny, but I gotta have them. You know, it's just like anything else. You don't want a little kid to touch the stove because it's hot. Little kid touches the stove one time and bang, that's it. Never touches that again. I gotta have something like that. Somewhere he realizes, whoa, I don't want to do that anymore. But I don't want to blow his dog up with a landmine. That might be going a little too far.
They have harmless stink bombs. Relatively harmless stink bombs consist of ammonium sulfide, which smells strongly of expired eggs. And when it's exposed to air, the ammonium sulfide reacts with moisture, hydrolyzes, and a mixture of hydrogen sulfide and ammonia is released. Other popular substances on which to base stink bombs are thiols with lower molecular weight, like methyl mercaptan and ethyl mercaptan. Those are the chemicals that give odor to skunks. And
maybe I could just get a skunk and just throw it over the fence.
Well, I don't know that would be a deterrent to him coming to you.
Yeah, that's true. Plus, I could get sprayed. Doing that.
Right.
Maybe I shouldn't grab it. Maybe I could get some kind of other wild animal bigger than his dog, and maybe he lets the dog out. Maybe I'll let like a wolf or a puma.
Well, that seems a little impractical.
It's true. Then I have to feed the wolf, feed the puma.
Yeah, I think you should go to the authorities first.
Well, last time, like I said, the lady down the street tried that, and he took his truck and drove over her yard. It killed all of her little gnomes, all of her little nice little garden gnomes, holding up the flowers. They're all broke them into a billion little pieces.
Maybe you could. Well, I think you're going to have to figure this one out yourself.
Well, you've been pretty helpful, though.
To come in and use our computers, and we could set you up to look at booby traps.
That would be excellent. That would be a lot of fun, actually.
So it seems reasonable. I think I don't like to expect people to come in. I'm not finding books on it. It seems like the internet is the most productive for this question. And so we'd be glad to put you onto a computer that you started.
That would be a lot of help. How late are you guys open today?
Till 8 o'clock.
Till 8 o'clock? All right. Well, I tell you what. Thank you. You've given me some great ideas. Maybe not about the landmine. That was maybe a little bit much. But other than that, you've really helped me.
I don't think you want to do landmines. Well, right. Okay. All right then. Thank you.
All right. Well, thank you very much. I love you.
Take care.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.